So welcome back to Wheezy Junction, guys, episode number 7. I think I left you with this hill had all been sculpted, moulded and was awaiting some painting, which we've now managed to get around to with some acrylic paints, making it look fairly realistic for a nice base coat before we enter the static grass and the scatters to go on it. I've also left room to put some steps down for a halt, which is going to eventually go in there. I have put it in, push fitted it, but it's not actually fitted yet. But I have put it in position, which you'll see in just a moment. I'm not quite sure about the muddy colour in between. It was an acrylic paint which I burnt umber, but it will be covered anyway, so static grass will cover that. Ballasting along the back there. From Tetbury, we managed to come out with a ballast, and along the branch line there towards the hill, and the double main line has also been ballasted. I did have a little bit of a problem with the isopropanol that I used on this, so I definitely wouldn't recommend that for anybody with serious lung problems like myself. So a little word of warning there, health-wise, get yourself a respirator mask and cover up. There's a little halt just put in position, not fixed yet, but it's an ongoing job, which is very, very going to happen very, very soon. Back scene's now up, and I think you'll agree, it all looks pretty good. So, hiya guys, lighting, coach lighting. I've got these from DePaul. They've actually made coach lighting very easy to achieve, and basically I'm going to show you how to install a DePaul NC040A, obviously N scale, lighting bar into one of DePaul's coaches. First thing you need to do is to get your fingernails or some sharp instrument just underneath the top of the seam of the roof. Very, very gently prise down the rest of the body. You'll see that it's fitted with, you can see that, the little clips which go into some various parts along each side. Now with DePaul, they've made life very, very simple for us. Fantastic. They've actually included the plug. So, easiest thing in the world to put one of these things in, if you can get into the packaging, which is, or has been, quite tricky, he says, and we're straight in this time. Got the usual paraphernalia, showing you how to do things. That's no longer needed, so we get rid of that. And you end up with a light bar with a plug and some LEDs. So reading down the paraphernalia, it comes with full instructions on how to install to various different coaches. So to be honest, DePaul have really got this down to a fine art and made life so easy for us to install lighting. To me, it's a godsend. So you now need to look at the plug, and you'll see that slightly one side of the plug, the holes are slightly to one side, and if you look at the socket within the engine, within the carriage rather, you'll see that the holes are slightly towards the back. So very, very carefully position the plug. You can see an N scale, that's a bit fiddly, but position the plug within the socket, and what I'm going to do is just put some gentle pressure on both sides and the plug is fitted. Now what I'm then going to do is work out where the little resistors and all the other bits are, and with this particular coach you've got the glass windows have got some bars going across, so when it goes in you need to try and avoid where they are going to end up, otherwise you can't get it sitting correctly. But they've even thought of that. Within the roof you've got this line which fits the light bar absolutely perfectly, and it does avoid the issue with the resistor on the bar. They do advise not to glue in, but I've tried a couple of these, and in my honest opinion it needs something just to hold it to the roof. So what I use is some very, very thin, you could use blue tack, whatever, like a bit of sellotape, doubled over sellotape, just to hold it to the roof, but something that could be removable should it need to be. Just put a little bit of double-sided tape along the bar there, peel off the back end, good eyes for this, peel off the back end, bring the roof and lining up this end with the end of the light bar, the moulding to the end of the light bar, just gently push it between the channels, a little bit of light pressure, and it's in place. It's as easy as that. Now the next problem is getting the two little trailing wires to curl over and to stay within the coach, which I've managed to do very cheekily by trial and error, just pushing it back under, trying to fit, pushing it back under. Well, you just make sure you don't pinch it, of course, and then again ever so gentle pressure all the way along. It's just catching. So there we go, it's gone in. No, it's not. There we go. Hear it click. And that's it. A light bar fitted. And I've already done one. So what I'll do is I'll change the camera angle now, and I'll show you guys there is power to the track, and there is one, if you just bear with me, forget the, oh, there's one I did a bit earlier, and now I'll put this one on. Sorry about the camera. Not very good at holding it steady. And there you have two coaches with light bars fitted. The downside with these are, of course, the power is constantly on, so there's no switch to the coach. So they're on, and that's it, they're fully on. I believe these come in a warm white and a modern white. I've had to get the modern white for these, which is okay, because it's a modern coach, or it was Class 43 HST modern coach. But I've got these other coaches to do, and I couldn't get any warm white, so I'm going to have to put the modern white in there as well. Maybe dull it down a little bit, but so there you go, guys. A little bit of coach lighting made easy, thanks to DePaul. Thanks for watching. I think you'll agree it makes a bit of a difference now with the lights in. It certainly changed my mind on the coach aspect, and to retrofit coach light into my stock from now on. Absolutely amazing the difference it makes, and I'm really pleased with the results. I also did our little bubble car, and that's winding its way into Tetbury as I speak. Enjoy the next few clips from my little running session I put together for you. Just a quick word about the following running session. These were taken with some of the locos that you're seeing now. The running session was done before I fitted the lights, and so there are no lights fitted to any of the clips coming up. But nevertheless, sit back and enjoy some trains at long last. you go then, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that little bit of run session for a change. Some trains, finally got them working. Together with the ballasting and all the hillside and the scenery, it's all coming along quite nice. Static grass will be happening in the next issue. Until then, thanks for looking in. Please like, subscribe, share, and we'll catch you next time, where Cirencester is going to begin. Bye.